And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your Winnipeg Goalers. And my name is Chabs, and today we are going to be going over my team for the season 5 of the MLBA. I believe it's 5. Um, but yeah, we're just going to quickly go over my team here, show everyone off what I think of it, how happy I am with it, etc., etc. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First up, we got the monster himself, Mega Blaziken. Now, I believe, I'm not exactly sure which pick I was in the draft. There's a lot of good mons though to pick from. Um, Still, unfortunately, there was a few that I wanted, like Reshiram, Zekrom, already gone. So I went with this because a good Mega and a good Fire type, in my opinion, are two very important things that people all the time can't handle. And I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it has beautiful coverage in that firefighting. It hits things so very hard. Flare Blitz, high jump kick is enough to usually hurt most teams and just put them away. Like, plus, look at that. Look at this attack stat. Let me just like what what are you supposed to do to stop this? 460, and I can just run like protect high jump kick and flare blitz and swords dance, and you just lose. You can't do anything to stop this thing. That's why I think this thing is such a threatening mon, and why it was the obvious first pick for me. Norman Blaziken was there too, and as much as I would have used that mon, and it can be a Z-mon in this league because of the rules, you can have Z-mons as long as they cost 30 points or less. I felt like I just wanted to use Mega Blaziken. I've never used it in a draft. Obviously, most drafts don't allow Mega Blaziken, but I figured it's my first pick. Let's just use this monster because, yeah. So yeah, I don't think there's much to talk about. Speed boost, obviously, beautiful, beautiful ability. Lets me just get ahead of most things. There's a Deoxys speed on one of the teams, which is kind of annoying to deal with. But again, I can stop a lot of things and just murk things with this mon. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll run like a trolley will-o-wisp, defog, etc., set. But we'll see. Defog is actually really interesting. I totally forgot it had that. But next up, we got Celestine here. Now, I had to wait quite a bit for my second pick. I believe I was 7th, so I had to wait about 12 picks or so between each of my picks. So I really had to plan out um, what I was doing for each one of my picks. And Celesteela just seemed like a really good thing to have with Mega Blaziken because, I mean, it's immune to that ground. It resists the psychic. No, it doesn't resist the psychic, sorry. But it really helps out with Mega Blaziken. The only thing it doesn't really deal with is water types, but as you can see, we have quite a few things to deal with water type attacks. So yeah, Celesteela, beautiful mon. It is actually one of the Z-mons on my team. We'll go over those in a bit. But yeah, I think this thing, with all its versatility in its movesets, that Beast Boost giving it defense raises, attack raises, special attack raises, whatever, plus the Z move. Like most of the time, if I'm gonna run Z, I'll probably run Flying Memory. Yep, that's what I want. Flying MZ, Air Slash, Autonomize, Flamethrower. Like this thing just it's a really annoying one to deal with, and I really like to use it. So, and it can be really anything I want it to be. So, yeah, could be fun. I really like Celesteela with this team, and I really think it pairs well with Mega Blaziken. So next up we got Mega Latias. Man, I wish, but we got normal Latias here, and yeah, again, I just think these things pair so well together. Starting to build that Steel Dragon Fairy core that I really love to have on each one of my teams. Same with the Fire Water Grass core. But this, yeah, beautiful Dragon type gives me a nice speed tier above 110. I'm not too worried about speed on this team because of Mega Blaziken speed boost, so we can outspeed 90% of the things with a Protector too. There's a Deoxys speed, as I mentioned before, which is a little bit annoying, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Latias, it just overall a great mon to use. Pairs well with Celesteela. Resists the thing Celesteela weak to. The only thing real to deal with right now is Ice, which Mega Blaze can obviously resist, and our next mon also does. So yeah, I just figured Latios is also a very good mon. Gives us that default, gets priority, gets wish. Just a ton of different things this mon to do. And both of these mons, I really feel like their versatility can really benefit me in the sense that I can run a bunch of different sets with them. And like, who knows what I'm gonna, maybe I'll bring Reflect type one week, I don't know. So I really think Latias just provides that, and it gets defog too. I keep forgetting to mention defog. Oh. But yeah, plus this is also another one of my Zmons, so again, these two, just so much versatility and so much potential for just messing around with my opponents, because who knows what I'm gonna bring. But yeah, moving on now, we've got this boy in a Heligo here. I wanted a rocker, and I really try to prioritize hazards on my team, so I felt like getting this was a good bet. Again, I had to wait like 12 picks after picking Latias, so there was a lot of mons that I did want to draft. Um, that I couldn't get because they were just drafted before I could get my hands on them. So I ended up getting Nihilego, which I really like Nihilego. I think it pairs really well with these two. And Mega Blaziken, maybe not as much Mega Blaziken, but with these two, this is a nice little core I've got going here because all of Nihilego's weaknesses these two cover easily. And then it also helps cover their weaknesses. Like I said before, we didn't really have nice resistance now we do. And the one thing I really like about Nihilego is this 131 special defense is actually so clutch, especially with a 109 attack. So you can run the choice scarf, you can run the choice specs if you want, and this thing can still take hits. Like, it can take some hits on the special side. Obviously, it can't on the physical side. I won't be using it for a physical defensive wall. But yeah, I really like this one. I like having T-Spikes, T-Spike Absorber, gets the beast boost. Like, I can run a lot of things. This isn't a Zmon, unfortunately. My last one is one of these boys over here. This, obviously. But yeah, I really like using Nihilego. I think it's a really good mon. I think it has a lot of it's a very underrated mon in my opinion. So yeah, very excited to use that. Let me see something Nihilego. Next up, felt like I need a little more bulk. Didn't have a ton right now, like Celestial, Adios, Nihilego, they all are bulky mons, but we didn't have Mon that was specifically for just eating hits, and I think Seismitoad did that perfectly. It gives us an electric immunity. It has one weakness, so it pairs beautifully with Celesteela because it its only weakness, Celesteela times 4 resists, Latias resists, Blaziken resists, so it's a really nice mon to have on this team because it really provides support for these mons at the front here to just be able to sweep through teams. Also gives me access to more stealth rocks, water absorber is nice, knockoff, which I actually didn't have yet until now, which is really good for my team. Getting rid of items is pretty annoying sometimes. It can be a swift swim rain abuser. If I feel like bringing that one week, I can bring like something down there. But yeah, I really like Seismitoad. It can be a mixed attacker. It can be all sorts of different things. So I really like this mod on my team. Having that one weakness, water absorb. Maybe I'll bring poison touch for trolling reasons. But yeah, very good mod. Moving on now, we got our boy Decidueye. Now, I always like having the Firewater Grass, Dragon Steel, Fairy Core on every one of my draft teams, so obviously have the Seismitoad as my water, Blaziken as my fire, so I was like, well, might as well finish this off, get my grass type. I was also trying to find a fairy type, but I figured, wasn't really good priorities. We got our fairy down here, don't worry. But yeah, I really like Decidueye, and when I was first looking at it, I was trying to decide if I wanted to go Decidueye or Delmise, and obviously they're the same type. They kind of do the same thing, but I went with Decidueye because, first of all, defog gets rid of screens. I do Rapid Spin, obviously, it gets rid of hazards on both sides, but I feel like Decidueye just does more so in the fact that it can do Nasty Plot, it can do Sword Stance, it can be a U-turner, it has recovery. And yes, Delmise gets synthesis, but Roos is double that PP. And I don't know, Delmise, it's a good mon, yeah, and it has a arguably better ability than both of Decidueyes, but I feel like Decidueye just can do more, and especially with that U-turn, I feel like is super important for my team because being able to bring in Blaziken or Mega Blaziken against other teams is super important to me because then I'm able to just blow things away after U-turning out with this relatively slow mon. So yeah, I think it really has a lot more, and Spirit Shackle trapping is also always fun to do. So yeah, love me some Decidueye. Plus that Ghost type is just so good, even though I don't really have a mon weak to fighting at all. But yeah, next up we got Aromatisse. Again, I was going through my team and like the bulk is there, and if you'll look at my team, it's very specially offensive. Like our physical attackers are Blaziken, Sword of Celesteela, Seismitoad, Sword of Decidueye, and then Sword of Thunder. So we are a very specially offensive team, but I mean, yeah, I really like Aromatisse. I think it's a very underrated mon again. Wish Protect. It does the same thing kind of that Florges does, but I think it does it kind of in a worse way because it doesn't get defog or anything. But I think I can run some real trolly things, like maybe some Trick Room, Nasty Plot or something, or get screens. I wanted to finish off my Dragon Steel Fairy course, so I just figured this would be the best thing to do. I'm very familiar with this mon. I've used it in tons of different draft leagues, so I really familiar and comfortable using this mon. So yeah, it's a really fun thing to use, especially when you drop in some thunders on some other Pokemon. Yeah, not much to say about Aromatisse though. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward mon. It just sits there and eats hits and wish passes, and yeah. Next up, I had a lot of points left at this point in the draft, and we only need 9 to 12 mons. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna spend a bunch, get an electric type that has Volt Switch. This one also get U-turn, which is even better. So I picked Thundurus, and I haven't used this one a ton, but I really like it when I do use it. So this is actually my final Z mod as well, rounding off the core of Celesteela, Latias, and Thundurus. So Z users. The Thundurus obviously is mostly a special attacking mon. It gets priority Nasty Plot, it gets a bunch of coverage moves. It's physical, but I think people really underestimate the fact that it has Defiant, for starters, and it has priority bulk up. Like, that is so good, and it has 115 attack. Like, that's still 329. Like, that's great. Like, I don't see why people don't run physical Thunders more often, so I'm really excited. Especially with the, probably gonna run some, like, FlyMZ flies or something. I really like using some trolley stuff. It gets Smart Strike. I didn't even know that. That's wild. But yeah, another knockoff user, which I think is really important. No, I don't know why I thought it did. But yeah, Thunderous, Greymon. Priority in status moves is great. Priority defog, priority T-Wave, priority setup, priority rest. If I want to run priority rest, I might. Yeah, I think it kind of rounds off the team well. We do have a bit of an ice weakness right now, Nihilego being really the only true resist. So I had 5 points left at this point. I was just thinking to myself, what do I not have on my team right now? And I looked at the points. I was like, you know what? I should probably get 2 mons. Like, I can get a 5-point mon, but then I've got a very small team, and it's pretty easy to prep for me because obviously I'm just gonna bring like the first 4 mons like almost every week. So I decided to draft the boy himself. Sorry, my Laprasses are only male because I always call it my boy. Lapras. Yep, yeah, that's right. I have a Lapras on my team. This thing is going to be wrecking some bodies. Let me tell you, I'm going to be bringing some D-Dance. We're going to be bringing some Outrage. Like, I don't even care if this thing is going to get a kill this season. I promise the entire league this will happen. But honestly, though, in all seriousness, Lapras, I think, did have a really good spot on my team with that ice weakness, because if 4 times resist ice, it is really bulky. Like, 464 HP is a lot. Having Stab Freeze Dry and Stab Ice Beam, very good. I think Stab Ice is a very important thing in any draft team. Who knows? Maybe I'll run some Whirlpool Perish Song or something. It's definitely something I'm gonna do. So watch out, League. But yeah, I'm very excited to use this mod. So I I love Lapras so much. I don't know why. The shiny Lapras look like. Oh, even better. Yeah, yeah. We're bringing this thing every week. I don't even care. But yeah, I know it's a kind of trolly pick, but I really do I want this thing to succeed. Like, it's very, very cool. But last, and certainly not least, the captain of our team. we've got young Clefairy out here. Now, most of you are probably looking at this thing right now and being like, what is this? Like, why is this on your team? This thing is trash. Let me just show you something here. Look at that, 344. It's HP, 214 defense. We can give it 167 and that Eviolite. Oh, just wonderful. It has, little did anyone know, it has the same moveset as Clefable, essentially. There's not one move on here that Clefairy doesn't get, that Clefable does, that I've seen. So, I mean, essentially I just have a Clefable that has an Eviolite. So, yeah, best mon on my team. This thing is going to be 6-0ing everyone. I think I might bring some, what we got? Belly Drum, probably. Meteor Mash, obviously, for those attack boosts after the Belly Drum. Then Endeavor, once we hit our Sash. And, probably Wake Up Slap, just for that fighting coverage. Yeah. Don't you get Focus Punch? No, Dynamic Punch, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so this is the Clefairy set I'm going to be bringing every week. This thing is going to 6-0 every team, and yeah, just kind of be a complete nuisance to the league. Guys, I'm sorry, I know it was ridiculously underpriced for what I got it for, but I'm very, very excited. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know why I dropped this thing. It's just kind of here. I had like 4 points left, and I wanted Clefairy for no reason other than the fact that it looks fun to use. So yeah, we're gonna be bringing huge Belly every week. But in all seriousness, I'm very happy with how my team turned out. I know it is very especially offensive, and it has a few flaws and a few types I'm missing. I don't have a dark type, which is kind of annoying because psychics kind of go through my team. Like that Tapu Lele that got drafted. Gosh, that thing scares me, and all the Deoxyses that are in this league. But otherwise, I don't know. I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm excited for this season, and I'm really hoping to get some fun wins with this set because it's gonna succeed everyone. But yeah, I've been Chabs of the Winnipeg Golurks, and I will see you all soon.